The following has adult themes and may have swearing. You have been warned.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi guys, Traffic 187 here. Welcome back. You last left me just about to eat my sandwiches on the way to the square. Now, unfortunately, in the time between last episode and this one, I now have a cold, so the wording will be slightly muffled and I might have to sniff a couple of times. So let's get on our way to the square. We were passing along the lines of the pioneers' cabins while I tucked away the ham sandwiches. I thought they were bacon. Or maybe I just thought bacon because of breakfast. And Ogre kept talking and talking. She was buzzing like a game of operations with Parkinson's. That was a good reference. But I cared about nothing but the food. Num num num. Understood? Huh? You weren't listening. Sorry. Today is the first day of your new life as a pioneer. And you should do your best so that it becomes a happy life. Ah, yeah, definitely. I'm serious. A pioneer has many duties, great responsibilities. Is conferred to him to participate in social work, to help the juniors, to study, and to study again. We're all here like one big family, and you will become a part of it. Yeah, a part. I've even signed a party membership card, if it could save me from listening to this nonsense. I hope that after your team here is over, term here is over, you keep the most pleasant memories about our camp. Memories that will last you a whole lifetime. Or life. I'm adding words now. And when will this term end? Why do you keep asking silly things, you silly boy? It seems I won't get any information from her. A shame, really. This world appears to be so friendly, but it never bothered to introduce itself to me. Perhaps now I take things somewhat easier than yesterday. It seems like we have some unspoken ceasefire with it. It isn't trying to hurt me, but I'm forbidden from asking questions. Of course, this situation isn't a pleasant one, but what can I do about it? A bad place is better than a good dispute. The most important thing is that my speakers are making a crackly noise. I hope you guys can't hear that. Just going to turn that down a bit. The most important thing for you now is to make the best of the time you will spend. I'll do my best. Honestly, I was very tired from this conversation. It would be good to know where is that here. But we came to the square and the jolly music started. Pioneers already lined up. What? Somebody's not here yet. No, all here. She looked around her brave pioneer troops. There's no one here. Why can't we see anyone? Right, go stand somewhere. It's weird. Why did she tell me there's no more sleeping spaces? Wait, what? While the chief was running her mouth about our plans for the week, I stared at the people, which are all looking at you, apart from the boy. A few heads away from me stood electronic. A little further, Leon and Sylvia. Oh, we're adding names now. In the end of the line, Joanna and Elisa. Everyone I met were here. Everyone I met was here. Really? What's that one with the glasses? Olga spoke about some competition and I turned my attentions to the monument. Did we see the one with... I'm really not sure about the one in the glasses. Oh well. Gender? Oh no. He was saying gender in his head. Sorry. Could not remember any revolutionary with a similar name. He had a weird posture too, as if he was looking around with distrust, maybe contempt, or even disdain. Probably some local leader. Daydreaming again. Sylvia brought me back to reality. Olga stood nearby. Still remembered the plan for the week? The plan? The plan I will never forget. Perfect. She looked at Sylvia. Did you get it? Yes. Sylvia handed me a piece of paper. It's a checklist. Here are 4 positions to check. Do it all today. Before you start, sign up for a club. There are some clubs in the clubhouse and a music club in a separate building. Then visit the infirmary. And finally visit the library. Got it? Yes. Checklist seems like a good chance of finding out something, since I had to go to places I haven't been before. Then come on, start right now. Come on, shift yourself. What about lunch? Don't worry, I'll bring you more sandwiches. Checklist is more important. Good luck. They went away fast enough for me not to ask anything else. Missed breakfast, now I'll miss lunch too. This ain't good. Maybe I'll manage it in some... Maybe I'll manage it in time somehow. Lunch starts at 1. Then again, if I go there, I might miss a place from the checklist. Okay, it's too early to go to the canteen anyway. Oh, I actually have to interact. Where's that? So we need to go to Clubhouse. There's the Infirmary. Library. Where's the square? Okay, so I'm there. So, Clubhouse first. I went to the Clubhouse. To tell the truth, I never really liked extracurricular activities. At school, I used to find any excuse to skip extra classes. At university, I had no interest in participating in the student council. I was not interested in boxing, aeromodelling or sewing. So I came here just to check the box. Nobody was there. I see a little radio though. I found myself in something like a hut of a junior robot enthusiast. There were wires and simple printed circuits scattered everywhere. Chips, and on the table proudly stood an oscillograph. I heard voices from another room, and then 2 pioneers appeared. Electronic? Oh, one was electronic, and the other one I did not know. I wonder what they're going to call him. Hey Simon, we've been expecting you. It seems he knows everything about everyone. Why were you expecting me? Well, of course, because you came to sign in to our club of cybernetics, didn't you? Cybernetics. He didn't let me answer. And this is Shurik. Shurik? He's in charge here. Oh look, he's so manly with his cool style watch, but grabbing his belt. Looks like he's holding his trousers up. I assume... Oh wow, that noise in the background. Sounds like an old Spectrum ZX loading. I assume there's only 2 of you in the club. Well, you can say that it's free now. Shurik came to me and asserted assertively offered his hand. His face was somewhat familiar. Welcome to the club. Yep. Now I'll show you around. Make yourself at home. Guys, I just wanted to... We always welcome new members. We're always welcoming new members. No, you're not. There's two of you, god damn it. I'm the third. He said it in such a way that I suddenly got an anthem of Soviet Union playing in my head. Okay. It's amazing. I even remembered the words. In the first grade, I had a copy book with the text on the back. Oh no, I just wanted to sign my checklist. I said, yeah, I want to sign your shitty club. Yep, you signed in to the club. We'll sign your checklist. He grins. I was getting ready to a long and boring argument, and then I heard someone enter. I looked back and saw Sylvia. Ah, Simon, I hope they're not giving you any trouble. She narrowed her eyes. Oh, look how scary she looks. Looking at the future of Motherland's robotic industry. I know these two, they can. Well, you know, actually, I just need to sign my checklist. I decided to take advantage of the situation. No problem, give it to me. Silva took the paper and stepped up to Shurak. Sign it. Hold on, we haven't done yet. Hold on, we haven't done yet. We haven't done yet. Done. Sign it now. She gave Shurak such a threatening look. Wow. That made him lose. I could English. She gave Shurak such a threatening look that made him lost every possible objection. Lose would be better. Lose every yeah, it's probably a translation issue there. Not me. He wrote some squiggles at the checklist, and I thanked Sylvia, then moved on with the mellow mood. Okay, so music club's next there. Oh yeah, okay, let's do the music club, fine. The music club, a small one-leveled building, was located some distance from the other camp buildings. Well, it's because they probably make lots of noise. I opened the door and came in without hesitation. There was enough instruments for the whole orchestra here. The drums, the guitars, even the piano. Oh, electric guitar. I spent some time looking closely at every instrument. Wanted to guess the time period that they are from. But suddenly I heard the crawling sound coming from underneath the piano. Oh. Wait, what? There was no one there a second ago. Girls seemed to like... Girl seemed to... Oh my god. Girl seems like she was looking for something. Looks like she's cleaning. She's got something in her hand. She was standing on all fours in the suggested pose that I hesitated to do first. Hey, look at her. This is terrible. Excuse me. Ah, who's that? And she banged her head. She tried to stand up, but the piano's bottom prevented her from doing that. Ouch. She struggled out. Sorry I scared you. It's nothing. Oh, you've got a checklist. You must be new here. Ah, yes. My name is Milku. Milku? No, really, I'm serious. Nobody believes me. My real name. My mother is Japanese. My dad met her when he was building. Well, it wasn't him who was building. He's an engineer. And he was working on a nuclear power plant there. Or a dam. Or a bridge. Or whatever. She was talking so fast, she just swallowed half of the words as she tried to pronounce. I'm Simon. Looks like she's gone to sleep now. Great. Want to be in our club? It's only me here now. But it will be two of us then. You play anything? It's when I became antisocial that I brought a guitar and learned a few chords, but then forgot about it, as I quit everything that required more than a couple of hours to learn. You know, I wasn't planning on doing anything like that really. Oh, it's okay, I'll teach you. Maybe a trumpet, for example. How about a violin? I know it's all, honestly. There was no point in arguing with the orchestra girl, since there was only another cascade of words waiting to be blasted at me. A lollipop or something. Hey, I'll think about it. Can you just sign for now? Yes, sure. Give it to me. Be sure to come around. I sing too. I sing you some Japanese folk songs. Maybe if you're not into that, something more contemporary. Sure, thanks. I've got to go now. Of course, come anytime. The ending of her sentence stayed inside. It may be nice to hang around with a guitar in the evening, but in such company. I turned to leave and ran face to face with Elisa. Uh-oh. She eyed me suspiciously. Why you came? The checklist. Signed it? Yes. Then move it. She went inside and I hurried to leave the place. I want to know what she's doing inside there. Wait, let me go back. So I can't visit anywhere else. We're getting to kind of, look, closest one island. Long Island. Kind of old building. Getting hints of the area. So music club. Next is infirmary. What's the point to visit the infirmary? My health was fine. The fresh air. So you know where it is. The fresh local air clearly did me some good. I felt fresher than usual. But I just have to visit it. I entered. A common infirmary, like my school's doctor's room. It's got a PC. Check the PC out. You'll know the date then and the time. Just look at the screen. Oh bloody hell, she's scary. She's got two. Oh wow, look at her eyes colours. A middle-aged woman sat at the table. Obviously, she was a nurse or a doctor. I'd go for a doctor. She gazed at me intently and estimating while I continued to write something. Well, hello, pioneer, said the nurse without being distracted from her work. Good afternoon, ma'am. I have something. Sit down, please. Looked around the room. On the couch? I sat down. Stripped down, she said all of it with an even tone. What for? To inspect you. I don't know what that word is. Occultate? Other health checks, you know. Look left and cough. If anyone gets that reference, put it in the comments. By the way, my name's Violetta, but you can call me Violet. She turned to me. What are you sitting for? Strip down. But I have no health issues. I've got this. I neatly gave her the paper. Later. She took the stethoscope off her neck, and it seemed like she was intent to dissect me with it. But then someone knocked on the door. The nurse answered unwillingly. Come in. In a moment, the door opened widely, and an electronic rushed inside. Hello, I fell during the football game. Nonsense, of course, I'm okay. But Olga There was a massive bruise under Electronic's eye. I doubt that could be a football injury. Sit down, I'll take a look, she said to him. And you pass me your checklist. Nurse quickly signed it and continued. If something hurts, immediately come to me, Pioneer. I decided not to answer and came out, closing the door behind me. The nurse is surely something else. Yeah, she's a robot from the future. Travel back in time. Actually, I love reading, but spending my days in a library under current circumstances was beyond my scope. So I better hurry up with this checkpoint. I'm just having a look around, if you're wondering. As I stepped inside, a memory from my childhood emerged in my head. It was very vivid. I'm 7 or 8 years old. We're in a library with my mother. While she was looking through the books I might need for my studies, I'm sitting in the corner and looking through their collection of comic books. Back then, I didn't know why they had so many and why couldn't I take some home with me. A notion of collective property was something my mind hadn't grasped at that age. However, back then, the whole concept of property was pretty hazy to me. This memory seemed even stranger now, while I was standing in a particular camp, where they might have managed to build communism in 3 years. Soviet symbolic symbols was all over the place. Shelves were full of related literature. Of course, I wasn't planning to read any of these. Getting acquainted with a full collection of books by Marx wasn't the last thing on earth I would think of. Where was the librarian? I didn't spend much time looking for her. I looked closely. Short hair, thick glasses, rather cute face. She was snoring so peacefully, I couldn't just wake her up. I can't. If she won't wake up in half an hour, then maybe. I couldn't just sit there, so I took a random book from the nearest shelf. Arthur Scohopenig, whatever. The World as Will and Representation. I opened it roughly in the middle and started reading. A Life of a Man with... Oh my days, this is going to be so long. Right. A life of a man with endless upkeep and suffering is to be regarded as the explanation and paraphrase of the Procreation Act, the absolute claim of the will to live, and furthermore, it is also the reason the man owes nature his death and thinks with anxiety of his debit. If it's going to fill this whole page, guys, I'm going to let you guys read it. So. Right, hang on. Right. Feel free to pause and read that. That's long enough. Someone knocked on the door. I closed the book quickly and put the book back in its place. What a nice habitat to knock on the door. I should pick it up. It was Lena. Oh, hi. I smiled. Hi, I just wanted to return a book. She had gone with the wind that I saw yesterday. Oh, Dina's sleeper. I'll come back later. I'm awake. I turned around in surprise to look at her. She eyed me close from behind her table. What is it you want? Wow. She got her be up her arse straight away. I need you to check here. Give it here. She quickly signed the paper and gave it back.